Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. Know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. And yeah, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy. We tapping in. Uh, Let me make sure we in there. Yeah, we in there. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. Everybody that's gonna tap in, and salute to everybody that's gonna come in later on, rewatch the video. Like I always say, like I always say, you feel what I'm saying? The numbers show that a lot of people is coming back and rewatching. So salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. Now, first and foremost, I want to say, time and energy is the highest form of currency. Time and energy is the highest form of currency. So when you come in, when you like the video, when you like the live stream, when you share, you feel me? When you subscribe, when you get that membership, when you do all of that, you know what I'm saying? You showing much respect and the highest form of respect. You giving the time and the energy, the highest form of currency. That's all we ask for over here at Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? The highest form of currency, time and energy. Salute. Secondly, if you want me to talk about something, if you want my perspective on a topic or anything that's going on that you see going, tap into the comments. Tap in right down there. You already know, right down there, straight to the comments. Go to the comments. Let me know what you want me to tap in about. Go to the DMs and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Get tuned in. So salute to everybody that let me know is in the DMs and is in the comments. So I did a video earlier about Duke the Jeweler. Real fast video. I think it was about 15 minutes. I talked about Duke the Jeweler and I talked about the baby. Oh man, big response. Salute to everybody feeling the content. You feel what I'm saying? And I did that because I've been seeing that question in the DMs a lot. Grown Man Business TV, can you talk about Duke the Jeweler? Grown Man Business TV, what do you think about Duke the Jeweler? Right now, mind you, I didn't know anything about Duke the Jeweler. I heard a couple little things, but I didn't know anything about homie. I didn't know anything about the story behind him, his assassination. But due to people asking and tapping in, I went ahead and looked into it. Now, if you ain't seen that video, it's right there. It's at the top of the list. Check it out. Make sure you like that video, you share, and all that. You know what to do, right? But I wanted to double back. I wanted to spin the block, and I wanted to elaborate and go deeper into that angle of that video. So you got to go check that video out, and you'll be able to get some context to this video. You understand? I wanted to go deeper. Oh, it's deep in the rap. I told y'all. You got to keep your eyes open and your head on the swivel at all times. Now, the problem is we not protecting the kings in this culture the way we would protect culture vultures. You see the title. So let me dig into this now. Now, Boosie, Lil Boosie, hood legend. Everybody knows Boosie. Everybody knows the story. He, for some reason, something pops up in his head. Somebody says something, and he reaches out to a Duke the Jeweler for whatever he reaches out. Gets to Duke the Jeweler. You would think that a Lil Boosie would have enough gumption, would have enough thought in his brain to say, yo, let me protect Duke the Jeweler, being as though he's out here under my umbrella. Let me give you an example. Let's say Jake the Jeweler was at Boosie's party. Jacob the Jeweler. What is he? Indian? I'm not sure exactly, but Jacob the Jeweler. And he's getting Boosie a chain, or he's talking about getting Boosie a chain. If Jacob the Jeweler just so happens to not have security, and he's telling Boosie, hey man, I'm going back to my car, man. I'm going back to the hotel. Boosie would say, where'd you park at? Jacob the Jeweler would say, all the way on the other side of the parking lot, my friend. I walked over here. Boosie would say, hey man, somebody go get his car. Boosie would make sure that Jacob the Jeweler was all right. because Jacob the jeweler is somebody that if something happens to him, it's gonna fall in his lap. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he would have made sure Jacob the jeweler didn't slide. But the reason and the difference with a Duke the jeweler is so many differences and different angles. But a Duke the jeweler is a young black guy, dreads. You got a Duke the jeweler with a genius name, Duke the jeweler. It sounds like Jacob the jeweler. It sounds like, you know, Johnny Dang. It sounds like, you know, New York Tracks, jewelry. Duke the jeweler. You understand? He's you know, him making jewelry for a little Boosie. Him making jewelry for a little Boosie would spawn into him making jewelry for about 25% of the rap game, if not 50% of the rap game. Because once you have a young, black, charismatic, very charismatic black man stepping into an industry where there's no black people, there's no black people selling in the industry, but there's a gang of black people consuming in this industry. That is a problem. That is a red flag for the higher ups and the elites. And a lot of the times, us black kings, us young black bosses, us young black leaders, when we step into something, we not thinking about that. We see something, we say, yo, I wanna, you know, we're kings, bro. We're geniuses. We have genius minds, a lot of us. You understand what I'm saying? Black men and just, you know, African descent, period. You understand what I'm saying? So we'll say, hey, man, it's a lot of money in jewelry. You know how we love this jewelry. It's a lot of money in jewelry. I think I want to try to make jewelry. And you just go and try to make jewelry. See, I'm a warrior. I'm a general. I'm a war general. So anything I do, I think about it like it's war. That's why I think I've made it so far in life out of the environments that we come up in. Everything that, I'm a war general. So when I step into something, if I was to step into something like that, I'd say, and anything, how is this going to affect the high? How is this going to ripple? If I throw this rock in the pond, how is it going to ripple? With a Duke the jeweler, you got to know, if you take a black charismatic genius and put him into the jewelry industry, after little Boosie gets a chain from a Duke the jeweler, Yo Gotti is going to get a chain from Duke the jeweler. Then a Moneybag Yo is going to get a chain from Duke the jeweler. Then the whole industry is going to be spending money with this young black man from Detroit named Duke the jeweler. The problem with a lot of the youngsters too is that you're not thinking 5 steps ahead. You're not thinking that, hey, what if I get into this jewelry game? What if I blow up? Who is in the, how does the game work? We just trying to be successful. You understand me? So I want to land a plane, but I want to give y'all some game. I want to give y'all some context in this. There's no representation in the jewelry game that looks like this. There's no representation in the jewelry game that looks like this, that has skin like this, that represent this culture and comes from this culture. Think about it. You got Jacob the jeweler. You got Track Star NYC jewelry. You got Johnny Dang, the little Asian guy with the jewelry all in his mouth, dancing around. You know who I'm talking about, Johnny Dang. You got, Johnny Dang is Filipino, I think. I don't know. He's Asian. You got Jacob. He's like an Indian, or I don't know. He's like an Indian. You got Paul Wall. He's in the jewelry. You got all these people, but you got nobody that look like this in the jewelry that sells jewelry. You understand me? But you got everybody like this that buys jewelry. That buys jewelry. You got everybody that look like this that buy jewelry. That buy jewelry. So when you get one of us thinking about stepping into that money, that the outside has been sharing and spreading around and getting for so long, it's a red flag on the field. Duke the jeweler wasn't thinking like that. So let me break down the play for you. And we gonna get it back into Lil Boosie. Now, I'm not gonna stay long, but I wanted to give some more context on this Duke the jeweler, because I see it from a totally different angle. You haven't heard any blogger, anybody on YouTube come from this angle. You've heard nobody come from this angle, my G. Look at my last video, and this live is gonna be right behind that. You understand what I'm saying? Duke the jeweler was the representation. Once you get one of us that sees another one become successful in the jewelry business, now you got a lot more of us coming to be successful in the jewelry business. So next thing you know, you get a DM from Lil Boosie saying, hey, I want to get some jewelry from you. I heard about you. I want to get some jewelry from you. How about you meet me down in Houston? Pop up, pop out. Let me know you in town and you in here. Just show up. The smoke and mirrors. Now, you know, they know that the real street dudes and the real street guys, they gonna get fanned out if a Lil Boosie inboxes them. If a Lil Boosie reaches out, they gonna get fanned out. Duke the jeweler hop on a plane. He fly out to Houston. He get with Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie, you know, he having a good time. You know, they smoking, they drinking, they gambling. It's a lot of money in the room. It's a lot of smoke in the air. It's a lot of women around. And Duke the jeweler says, yo, you know what I'm saying? Salute, Boosie. I got you. We gonna link up. I think he said they were supposed to link up again in Atlanta for him to get the custom and do the chain. So somewhere down the line, Duke says, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and slide out. Boosie said, okay, Duke. Okay, Duke. It's a pleasure meeting you, Duke the jeweler. Where you parked at, my G? Duke the jeweler, hey, I'm parked all the way on the other side of the, all the way on the other side of the parking lot. You didn't get valet, my boy. Valet said they was done. They didn't have no more spaces. I parked all the way on the other side. Boosie's supposed to told him, Duke the jeweler, hold on. I got a couple Hellcats that's about to follow you over there. I got 2 Hellcats full of my nephew and his youngins. They gonna follow you over there. They gonna follow you to your car. Then they gonna follow you to your room. And they gonna make sure you get to your room safe. That's what Boosie was supposed to do. But because there was a play being ran, and I'm not saying Boosie had nothing to do with the play. If you look at the last video, you will see I already said Boosie might not have known what the play was being ran, because it's deeper than rap with why Duke the jeweler had to be assassinated. It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than just him just hanging with Boosie. You know, you got to understand this, right? And I said this before, and I say this again. You understand? They don't really mind us getting money. They don't mind us getting millions of dollars. They don't mind us being able to provide for our families. If we can find a way out, if we can get a way out, they don't mind us getting a little money, because the real wealth of America, the real wealth has been, they got a chokehold on the real wealth. They got a chokehold on the real wealth of America. So anytime you make a move, now mind you, anytime you make a move and you try to get in on the real wealth, that's when you get smacked. That's when you get spanked. Nipsey Hussle was making moves like that on the real wealth. On the real wealth of America. Duke the jeweler, if he knew it or not, was moving in on some of the real wealth. Yeah. So mind you, you gotta understand something. Duke the jeweler. Now let me take it deeper. Let me paint a picture for y'all. Duke the jeweler's walking back to his car. He's had a great night, a great weekend with Lil Boosie. He's walking back to his car. He got all his chains on. He got all his jewelry on. He thinking in his mind how this gonna take him to the next level. Once he actually gets to make this chain for Boosie, how it's gonna take him to the next level. And he's walking back to his car. He hears a car, he hears some wheels moving, he sees something, and it's some shooters in front of him. And like this, right? That you gotta understand something. When it's a play being ran and you ain't paying attention, you gonna get hit with that hit stick every time. You gonna get hit from the blind side like John Madden football and hit stick every time, my G. Hold on, guys. Check this out. I want to show y'all something. Y'all see that? I told y'all that I was putting that thing in there. I told y'all that pool was coming in. And it is what it is. You feel me? And it'll be what it's gonna be. That's the jacuzzi. You see that white marble? You see that? Yeah. It's free, my G. Tap it, man. It ain't nothing. But yeah, we gonna get back into the real of this thing, right? Salute. So listen. When the play is being ran, when the play is being ran, you feel me? You almost can't run from it. You almost can't run from the play when it's being ran on you. So you got Duke the Jeweler walking to his car and boom. And let me give you another example. I've been seeing a lot of DMs about the young girl Desto. A lot of these young rappers, I don't really know about them. And, salute to the subscribers, salute to all the investors. They come in the DMs, they come in the comments, and they speak on these people, and then I look into them. But the young girl Desto, I think she was with Empire Death Row Records. And mysteriously, she gets smoked in Houston or Dallas, in Texas. You understand? Now, it's the same thing. They know somebody done told you, hey, we want you at Rolling Loud, and it's gonna be in Dallas, Texas, and you gonna be in Rolling Loud, and you gonna be doing some promo, and you gonna be in the city, and you wanna make yourself seen in the city around amongst the celebrities. So everybody knows on your Instagram, and everybody that you do business with know you gonna be in Houston. Imagine, just imagine if somebody paid some hitters to track you down while you in Houston. What if somebody paid some hitters and told them exactly what kind of car you rented and what color the car you was in that you're renting, because you're in Dallas or you're in Houston and you're in a rented vehicle, a rented foreign. The young lady Desto 100, whatever her name was, she was in like a rented Porsche truck, a gray rented Porsche truck, and a random car rolled up on the truck, jumped out, unloaded in the truck, blew her away, shot her friend up, and just drove off. You see what I'm saying? So if it's a play on the insurance policy, or if it's a higher play to just knock you out of position, as long as it's made like as a black on black crime, as long as it's made as a killing within the urban areas, within the urban city limits, they can just chalk it up as black on black crime. Hey, rappers gang members shoot each other. Sweep it under the rug, and it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But listen to my words, and listen to me clearly. A Duke the Jeweler is a major loss. A Duke the Jeweler is a major loss. You know, when you have it's certain pieces on the chessboard that you don't want to lose. You want them to stay on the board for as long as possible so they can grow into whatever they're supposed to be. Duke the Jeweler, there are no black jewelers. There are no black jewelers. Imagine me, grown man business. Imagine I start selling jewelry. Imagine I tell the rappers, hey, I made these pieces. I want to start making pieces. I'm a young black man. entrepreneur and I'm a jeweler. Big G&B jewelry. Big G&B jewelry. And I want to get some jewelry done for y'all. You know what I'm saying? If I make a piece for Lil Boosie and it's fire, look, you got to know Gotti gonna reach out to me. You understand what I'm saying? The top rappers, NBA Youngboy, the top rappers gonna reach out to me because now they see a reflection of themselves selling the jewelry. Lil Baby, they all end up reaching out. The more you do jewelry, so now you got a black person doing jewelry, and you got young youth, young kids, black kids that love jewelry, that can't wait till when they get grown and get some money, they can go get some jewelry. They looking at Big G&B jewelry and saying, wow, if Big G&B jewelry can succeed in this game, I can succeed in this game. And that's how you change the world. They know that. So when you have this intellectual property and you embark on these journeys, you got to think of it as you got to play defense. You got to think of it as a war general. You got to look at it like, hey, if I get into this, can I protect this if it get big? If I get into this business and I get big, can I protect this? You understand what I'm saying? Duke the Jeweler he was so fanned out by a Lil Boosie reaching out to him. He was fanned out by the opportunity to get higher and get higher in the game, in this jewelry game. He wasn't paying attention to the toes he might have been stepping on. To the toes that he might have been stepping on. You know, a lot of us, we thinking right now, we thinking within the next 6 months. But to the higher ups and to the elites, they thinking 5 years from now. They saying, okay, if Duke the Jeweler, he's nobody now, but if he does a great chain for a little Boosie, what will he be in 5 years? What percentage of the jewelry market will he be consuming in 5 years? And when they do the math and they calculate the numbers and they do the statistics on, you know, how blacks react to other blacks in business, how blacks want, you know, if he was to start selling and making good jewelry and having quality merchandise, how other blacks and celebrities will start buying from him. Once they do the numbers, they say, oh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that's going to be missing if this guy blows up. Duke the Jeweler. Oh, he has a genius name, man. We love his name. I mean, it sounds amazing, man. Listen to it. Duke the Jeweler. We got to get him out of here. We got to wipe him out. Now let's go a little bit left with the angle. Let's stay right where we at, but let's go a little bit left with the angle on Lil Boosie. I saw the video recently. I didn't know what was going on. Lil Boosie was running around selling cars, selling jewelry, saying that he had to come up with $1 million. Saying that he had to come up with $1 million and he was gonna get this million up and he wasn't gonna spend none of his money. Everything was for sale. That's what Boosie was saying. And I didn't know what was going on. I was watching it. I didn't understand. You know, I watch Boosie sometimes when he's on. He's entertaining. I didn't know what was going on. But then I did some research looking into what, and you know, the GDs or the folks or the gang members, whoever Duke the Jeweler was in line with, they looking at Boosie and they trying to hold Boosie as semi-responsible. As they should. As they should. Now you gotta understand something. Boosie is a legend. Boosie is a boss. He's a war general. Boosie love war. So I would think that if it was something that Boosie could talk his way out of and go to war about, he probably would. But he's scrambling up that $1 million as he should. As he should, because again, once you start making these people stand responsible for these bodies, we'll start seeing a different outcome. You think that man just was gonna get smoked like that and nobody was gonna pay for it. I told y'all before, the higher ups and elites, they'll line you up, but they'll make you, they'll lead you to a place where you can get lined up. And they'll have people in position to take the fall. Boosie is taking the fall. Me personally, I don't necessarily think Boosie knew that, exactly what he was getting smoked for. Boosie always knows it's a possibility, but he didn't know what was gonna happen. And once it happened, he panicked and he started talking and saying, hey, he went straight to social media because he panicked, because once it's done, it's done. So those people pressing Boosie right now. They pressing Boosie. And Boosie doing what he's selling cars. I was watching the video and yeah, I'm watching the video and Boosie was like, yeah, I'm getting rid of these cars. I'm about to sell this. I'm selling that. That's $250,000. I'm almost there. And I was like, man, because not only does he feel guilty, not only does he feel guilty, but on top of that, he understands that, he needed an exit. He was praying that they was going to give him an option. Sometimes when these things happen, it ain't no option but war. And Boosie, he's ready for war, but his little son ain't ready for war. Boosie's son, Lil Tootie, he just be riding around Atlanta like everything is beautiful. So his dad, Lil Boosie, ain't got it. He ain't in position right now to just be really going to war the way we all can see where he live at, the way we all can see his family. He all throughout Georgia, they just riding around. You understand what I'm saying? And if it go too far left, he not only gonna have to worry about them gangs, he gonna have to worry about the higher ups and elites. They not gonna let it come back to them. They don't want us to know the information I'm telling y'all. That's the real information. Boosie is the smoke and mirrors. Lil Boosie is the smoke and mirrors. Lil Boosie is what everybody's gonna focus on, and they're gonna say, Lil Boosie got him smoked. His nephew smoked him. Boosie has something to do with it. That's for the sheep. That's for the sheep to play with. That's the Play-Doh. That's the putty that they gonna give to the sheep. The sheep gonna play with the putty. But the real meat and potatoes, the real steak and potatoes, is the fact that you had a young black man, genius mind. A genius mind gonna solve problems. Hey, I think that it's a problem that there's no black jewelers. I'm gonna be the next black jeweler. That's you understand what I'm saying? But the downfall of that is having the ambition but not having the war general mindset. See, you gotta everything you do, you need to be thinking as a war general. When you get up to go get in your car, you need to be thinking, is somebody hiding behind it? What if somebody tries to, at all times, my G. Duke obviously wasn't thinking like that. He went out there with no security. He went out there with no homies. He went out there like he was just a regular little dude, and the higher ups and elites see the potential in you. You don't even see the potential in yourself yet, but the higher ups and elites, they see the potential in you. They know that you could potentially shake up the market. You could potentially shake up the algorithm. You could potentially affect their bottom line. I don't want to go over your head or under your bridge, my G. This is not your average blogging. This is not your average live stream. Yeah, we gonna tap into a couple things, But Duke the Jeweler, that's what I'm gonna stem this off of. But when you come over here, again, I told you, hands-on experience, and these ain't robberies that's happening to these people. These ain't, Shorty in Dallas, the little Desto girl, all these, even, Duke the Jeweler, these ain't robberies. These is, we find your location, we come to your location, we smoke something, and we ride off. That's what this is. Yeah, yeah. So you gotta understand, you know, I told y'all before, you gonna have people like Slim 400. You gonna have people like Desto. You gonna have people like, you know, Draco the Ruler, that they gonna crash they self out. They gonna put they self, all the labels and the distribution and all the higher ups and elites is doing is giving them a little bag so that they can do what they need to do until they crash out, until something happens. But Nipsey Hussle, Young Dolph, and now if you in that category, Drake, Duke the Jeweler. Duke the Jeweler was a Nipsey Hussle. Duke the Jeweler was just like a Young Dolph. He was on that level. He was doing something that would literally change the shape of hip hop, change the mold. It would glitch the matrix. Listen, hey, listen, y'all don't come here for nothing else but the real. Y'all don't come here for nothing else but the sermon of the real. Young Dolph, he had one of the most impeccable real estate portfolios in Memphis, in Tennessee as a whole. This young black crack baby had one of the most impeccable real estate portfolios. He was gonna change the mold of this. Okay, Nipsey Hussle. Oh, we already know about Nipsey. I ain't gotta run down the credentials. Yeah, Opportunity Zone, Vector 90. Yeah, he was, the way, you know, he had respect in 100 sets. He was about to change the mold of this Nipsey Hussle. And now, Duke the Jeweler. Oh, the first black jeweler you ever seen with swag and charisma, with over $1 million of his own jewelry that he didn't buy from anybody. He actually made his self. Think about that. Think about that. He had millions of dollars of jewelry that he did not spend with any of the culture vultures. He did not spend $1 million with Jacob the Jeweler, with Johnny Dang, with New York track star jewelry. He didn't spend $1 million with Icebox. He made $1 million. Listen to me. He made $1 million worth of jewelry. So what happens when he makes $100 million worth of jewelry and sells it all? There's nobody on YouTube speaking like this. That's why I sit back and I let everybody go, do their thing. Everybody do what you do. But I'm going, when I come, you're going to feel it, and then I'm going to slide out. The majority of these guys want to be celebrities. So I give them the big ups because they start out with a strong message. They start out with a strong message, and I be listening to them like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, my G. And then in due time, they go from having no jewelry, to having a whole bunch of jewelry and a whole bunch of subscribers, and then they turn into celebrities, respectfully. You feel me? The difference is I came into this YouTube thing with all of this. I came into this game with all of this. I came into this game already looking and moving like the celebrities. I just never had to sell my soul to get to that level. That's a big difference in the talk game when you hear me talking. So when you listening to this, and I'm telling you, there's no other blogger coming from this angle. There's no other blogger that has been speaking about Duke the Jeweler that has said this. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, my G. It's a reason for that. We growing organically. We approaching 13,000 subscribers, 13,000 investors. That's 13,000 people investing their time and their energy. Oh, you got to know we unstoppable. We unstoppable. The difference between me and them is I'm a war general at all times. Yeah, I don't play about it. I'm talking about, bruh, I'm gonna give it all to you if you catch me slipping, but it's war time after that. That's the difference between me and Nipsey Hussle. That's the difference between me and Young Dolph. That's the difference between me and Draco the Ruler, because I'm gonna change the game. I'm changing the mold. I'm nothing like these bloggers. But the difference is, I'm strapped. I'm ready I'm at all times. My family, anybody that knows grown man business know, bro, it don't matter where I'm at. I'm always looking around. I'm always, because this is the thing. The war part, I love that part. I never told nobody to stop the violence. I told you, you can't stop the violence. That's a part of human nature. You got to embrace the violence. And then you got to be smart with the violence. So that's the difference between me and them. I'm going to break the mold, but I'm ready to go to war about it. So that's why I'm not afraid to tell y'all that Duke the Jeweler was assassinated not because he was hanging with Lil Boosie. They used Boosie as a pawn to get him out of his comfort zone. They used Boosie as a pawn to get him out of his city and out of his state. Boosie ain't really know what was going on, I don't think. But Boosie know that it don't matter if he knew or not. He got used. He got played. I want to get on Boosie in a few minutes as well again. So Boosie gonna get that $1 million up because he know, yo, regardless if I had something to do with it or not, I can't let this linger. My son be riding around with T.I. little son. They smoking a whole bunch of weed. They ain't looking around. Somebody will smack him, man. Somebody will smack Tootie behind what happened to Duke the Jeweler. I gotta get this money up. Respectfully, that's what Boosie doing. It's real life when it, but again, that's the smoke and mirrors with Lil Boosie. Boosie need to do what he gotta do. He need to pay them people and calm them down. But on a higher level, the real reason he was smoked is because you can't have this. You can't imagine black people consume the most out of everybody. We spend the most a year, trillions of dollars. Imagine me tapping in on 2% of that trillion every year. These the numbers y'all don't think about. These the numbers y'all don't look at when these transactions go down, when these assassinations go down. Y'all just look at, oh, whack 100 or this person or the sheep, the smoking mirrors. Black people, okay, on jewelry every year, I'm sure black people spend well over $1 billion to $500 million. Let's say $800 million a year, and I'm sure I'm lowballing it. Let's just say black people and the rappers spend $800 million a year all together on jewelry. And I make $1.5 million worth of jewelry for myself to wear for advertisement. Write that off as tax write-offs. Then I turn around and sell $100 million worth of jewelry just to the rappers. Lil Baby, Future, you know, Gunna, all the rappers come to me. DJ Khaled, SZA, all the R&B artists, Megan Thee Stallion. They all coming to me because I'm a young black dude, fly, chill dude, and I make millions of dollars worth of good material. You think the Icebox people not gonna say, where's Lil Baby buying his jewelry from? We ain't seen Lil Baby in 6 months. We seen Lil Baby on the blog the other day with a new chain, some new earrings, but we ain't seen him inside an Icebox in 6 months. Hey, Johnny Dane. Where's everybody at, man? You seen Slim Thug? I seen Slim Thug the other day with a big Slim Thug chain, but we ain't seen him up in Johnny Dane ice grill ice factory in about 18 months. You don't think they gonna start looking into who's making this jewelry and coming to find out it's a young black, the N-word. It's a young black, the N-word making all the jewelry. In the last 24 months, I done sold $150 million worth of jewelry. and y'all ain't got a piece of it. I'm talking about direct to consumer. I'm talking about I done found the plug with the diamonds. I done cut out the middleman. I done cut Johnny Dang, Ice. I done cut y'all all out. I'm going straight to the rappers. You think that ain't grounds for war? That's grounds for war. That's grounds for war when it comes to resources, my boy. That's why I told y'all, listen to me real clear, listen to me. Money don't make you a man. Money just a resource. Money just something you need to live your life happy. But money don't make you a man. So if you're not a man, you're not thinking war. If you're not a man, you're not thinking violence. You thinking, oh, everybody can just, nah, we can't get along. I want some of that money. I want some of them resources. I want some of that generational wealth, and I'm coming to get that. And if me coming to get that mean it gotta be war, then we need war then. R.I.P. to Duke the Jeweler. I wish I would have knew about Duke the Jeweler before he got smoked. I wish I would have been able to know who he was before he got smoked. I'm going to keep my eyes and my ears open for young black talent. Because the thing is, if I see that you young, you black, and you talented in a certain way, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak on it, and I'm going to let you know the potential you got in case you don't know. Because you got to understand the higher-ups and elites, they watch all of us through these phones, through this content. They know who's who. They spot you out who's who. They know who I am. They just know that I'm a little smarter than the average. I'm a little more smarter. You understand? So if you don't know your potential, the higher-ups and elites has already seen your potential. They already did the math. They already calculated the numbers for the next 5 years to see where you might go. And if you got potential to take something out of oh, you get smacked, youngster. Yeah. They out here acting like it's a game. They out here acting like it's not a war. They acting like it ain't real. It's real. Oh no, it's real. And the problem is, but I'm not mad about it because I understand that we getting close. See, when you see the forward progression, you start getting, when you see the light at the end of the tunnel, you start feeling like, yeah, I think we can do this. Every time they whack one of these balls, the information it gets downloaded. For the ones that got the third eye open, the information get downloaded every time. The problem now, the new problem to solve is now y'all gotta start acting like y'all don't want to get killed. If you a rapper, if you an influencer, if you feel like you got some power, if you feel like your voice is powerful, if you feel like what you're doing is powerful, you need to start moving like the president. It don't matter if you got the dream, but you get smoked. The dream gets smoked with you. So now it's about figuring out how to keep the dream alive. Let's figure out how to keep the dream. If you got a Nipsey Hussle hanging with you and you know he a Nipsey Hussle, then somebody need to take a bullet with him. Somebody need to help him. Somebody need to protect him. That's what grown man business is. That's why we growing. I'm a war general, but yeah, look, don't trip. I feel the vibration. I feel the love. I feel the protection of the investors that come into these lives. I feel the protection. I'm gonna get some moderators. It's a couple of y'all. I'm gonna go through the name. Baltimore Bike Life. It's a couple of more of y'all too that I'm definitely gonna make moderators. You understand? I'm gonna make y'all moderators just so y'all can handle the chats and handle whatever, we growing, so we get trolls and sometimes and stuff like that. This voice this thing that I'm doing with y'all, it's gonna have to be protected in due time. Y'all, one thing for sure, two things for certain. This thing right here gonna have to be protected in due time. They don't want your boys. They don't want your sons. They don't want your nephews on grown man business. They want them to stay drillers. They want them to stay youngsters. They want them to stay immature. They want them to stay blind by the smoke and mirrors. They don't want you to play this for your grandkids. They don't want you to play this for your sons and your nephews. They don't want them to have no kind of grown man business in their life. So this thing that I'm doing right here is dangerous. This thing that I'm doing right here is dangerous. Salute. Salute. This thing I'm doing right here is dangerous. Yeah, I had to say it like that. I never knew growing up. I never knew when I was around my uncles and around the OGs that rubbed off on me that later on down in life, grown man business would be outlawed. I never knew that they would outlaw grown man business. I never knew that I would be one of the ones to bring that grown man business back. But I told y'all about purpose before, right? You're going to have, as a king on this earth, you're going to have multiple upon multiple upon multiple of purposes. And it's up to you. It's in your best interest to be sure to find those purposes and follow those purposes and chase them and complete them and conquer them purposes. And this grown man business TV thing is one of my purposes. It's a reason why I don't do no cussing in these videos. It's a reason why I'm able to format these words and put these words together for y'all. It's a reason I'm able to do it like this. And I do it like this for a reason. So you can play it back for your sons. So you can play it back for your kids. So you can play it back for whoever, whatever youngster. When you embark on new journeys, play chess, not checkers. When you embark on new journeys, play chess, not checkers. In chess, you gonna protect the king at all times. The number one rule in chess is to protect the king at all times. So imagine if Duke the Jeweler was thinking about it like that. To protect the king, he's the king. He would have came with some security. He would have came with some homies. A lot of the times when they try to assassinate these influencers and these leaders, the plan foils. It don't go through. They miss the target. It happens a lot of the times. He could have got out of that. He could have lived to see another day, another year, another 10 years. Yeah. When you walk into school, youngster, you need to keep your head on a swivel. When you getting off your school bus and you crossing the street to go home, you need to be looking both ways. When you walking down the street and you leaving out in the mornings to go to school, youngster, you need to have your eyes open at all times in case it's a van up the street with somebody in it trying to grab you up. Try and snatch what you got up. Yeah, because you know that harvesting thing. Yeah. This is a lifestyle. This is not a game. This is a lifestyle I'm presenting to y'all. My daughters live by this. When you go to the mall and you go to the movies and you go in the movie theater, you need to have your eyes open. Don't go in there and go to sleep and think it's sweet. When you go to Walmart, when you go to Walmart, you need to go in there, get your groceries, get in line, and walk out. And you need to keep your eyes open the whole time you doing it. You can't just go in Walmart and just be lollygagging around because you in Walmart. When you think and you live like this, you preserve your life. You protect the king. As long as you protect the king, the game is on. You have not lost yet. As long as you don't lose the king, the game is still on. You still got a chance. But soon as you lose the king, what happens when you lose the king? Listen, man, salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that's locked in, man. Let me check these numbers. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all locking in. Make sure y'all doing that. You know what I'm saying? A quick hour of power, man. You know, I just thought that was a deep situation. Boosie, you know, let me take it a step further, right? Game over. Let me take it a step further, right? So what makes me look at Boosie sideways, Lil Boosie, right? Is because Boosie says he had nothing to do with it. He's oblivious, right? And he was trying to help youngster blow up. Boosie wants to help this young guy, this young jeweler, become big. But Boosie still does things like go on DJ Vlad. Boosie still goes on DJ Vlad. We all know DJ Vlad, his content gets used in courts. The judges use DJ Vlad. And Boosie still goes on DJ Vlad. Lil Boosie could come on Grown Man Business TV, do a live stream with Grown Man Business TV, blow the channel up even more than it already is. If he was trying to help, you know, black people so bad and he was just trying to blow this black guy up. It looks suspect for Lil Boosie. It looks suspect for Lil Boosie to say he didn't know the guy, then come to find out he did know the guy and he was trying to elevate his platform and help the guy. But he didn't protect the guy. He didn't say, hey, I got shooters. Y'all make sure he get to the hotel safe. He just let him get smoked on the other side of the park. That's what I'm talking about. That's why Lil Boosie, you know, if I could give him the benefit of the doubt, I would. But I can't, Lil Boosie. I can't give him the benefit of the doubt. Because Lil Boosie don't make moves like that to just try to blow people up, blow black guys up. You understand what I'm saying? Boosie playing in the game. Boosie in bed with them people. Not like in bed with the police, not no snitching, nothing like that. But when I'm talking about the higher-ups and the elites, Boosie in bed with them people. So sometime he gonna know what's going down. Sometime he gonna be lining up and making this sacrifice. He done made sacrifices before. I ain't gonna get into those as if, you know, I know exactly what's going on, but I done seen the whole situation. He done made sacrifices before, Lil Boosie. But then there's gonna be times where Boosie gonna be in a position and he gonna line up sacrifices that he not even gonna know that he lining them up until it's too late. I can tell in that video, Boosie knew, man, they got me. Boosie knew, man, they got me. He hopped on the live. Lil Boosie said, man, I didn't know nothing about it. That's bad karma. He said, that's bad low, man. I think that mean like bad karma in New Orleans and Baton Rouge. He said, that's bad low, man. Y'all not gonna put that in our stilo. Y'all ain't gonna put that on us. We ain't had nothing to do with that. He ain't say, yo, it's somebody's life. You got somebody that you called to come to Houston. He got millions of dollars of jewelry on. He walking around a bunch of people you know because you in the room. You ain't nobody in the room Boosie don't know. If you in the room, Boosie, you in the room because Boosie feel comfortable. Trust me, his people scan. You not just randomly being in the dice game with Boosie. You done won this money. You got a book bag full of money, full about $1 million, $2 million worth of jewelry, and you walk off. It ain't nobody just robbing like that. It ain't. Trust me, these is stage hits. The robbery is the stage coach. Oh, he just got robbed. There was a robbery gone bad. Sweep it under the rug. Okay, well, there you go. He said that's bad low. It would mean that somebody lying on him. That's bad low. Somebody lying on him. Cool. But you think that's enough to suffice a body? Somebody got to pay for that body. You can't just say people, well, now, okay, well, who lying on you then? Who lying on you? You feel me, Boosie? Tell me exactly, Boosie, I know everybody was high. I know everybody was drinking. That were my people. Tell me exactly what happened, bro. Okay, but the last story then don't go with this story. Now it's pressure on you now, Boosie. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I understand that totally because I understand that totally because that's how my people gonna move. That's how I'm gonna move for my people. We looking at DM, you got DMs from Lil Boosie saying come to Houston. You go to Houston and get smoked. Oh, we at Boosie house. Boosie, we on your neck now. And it ain't no holding up. And let me tell you something. That's why I tell y'all, money don't make you a man. You need money to go to war. You need resources. But we got resources. So now if it's war, then it's war. That means you gotta keep Lil Tootie in the house. You gotta tell Lil Tootie, you can't go outside. Right now, you got to stay on the estate, Lil Tootie. Let's see how long Lil Tootie stay on that estate. Now, if it's war, it's war. And what you understand is everything, it all get painted for the narrative. And then it all get painted for the media like these guys is in charge, these rappers. But when the real pressure get applied, you see he coming up with that $1 million. He coming up with that $1 million. You better come up with that $1 million, my G. And again, that's on a lower level. That's on a lower level. On a higher level, the higher ups and elites is sitting back. I told y'all, they sitting back, they watching, they ain't saying nothing. They watching y'all fight amongst each other about Lil Boosie, and they saying as long as nobody get wind of what we doing, let them do what they need to do. Let them handle their business. I'm just the only one gonna point at them. I'm just the only one on YouTube, the only one on this thing that's gonna point where it's supposed to be pointed at. That's what make me dangerous. Nipsey Hussle, he was telling y'all in the open about opportunity zones. He was telling y'all all through the music how to get this money, how to beat the system, how to be the spook by the door. I took some of that game and I figured out what make me dangerous. Yeah. That's what make me dangerous. This right here, what I'm telling y'all, what I know, what my brain say, it make me dangerous. And as long as I don't tell y'all before I do it, nobody knows what I'm doing until I tell you, until it's done already. Until it's done already. Who you know giving up the game like this and they ain't cursing, they ain't using profanity, they ain't saying the N-word? Who you know giving up game like this? Who you know telling y'all who it is? Look, let me tell you something. Hey, look, I just did a video about the baby. You go a couple videos back, I did a video. I'm sure you've seen the cover art. It got the baby in one, and yeah, it got the baby. And it got a little lily white woman. She a little lily brunette white lady, respectfully to white women. You understand? And she right doing what she do best in this video. And in this video, I was explaining to y'all how the white man's worst fear is black men breeding and dropping that black D often in white women. In that video, I was explaining how white women have a secret obsession with black men, and how the baby, he stepped on the LBG 123 ABC community's neck. He apologized. But right after he apologized, he dropped this video. And in this video, he had an imagery of what y'all saw in that video. He had imagery of that white lady blowing up balloons on her heel, on the balls of her feet, balanced perfectly, working her neck like a professional, working her neck like a machine. That white lady, listen, it's still up. Go check it out. And I drop a lot of content. But this video right here, YouTube would not let me monetize because I went too deep in this video. I exposed too much. You understand me? Instead of saying that, you know, the Boston Celtics coach was wrong, and I instead of blaming it on the man, right? I blamed it on the obsession white women have with black men. And again, if you look at this video with the baby, the last video I just did about the baby, you know, when you go to the clips, I'm showing you the clip. It's a deep, dark fear of white men. The same way black people have a fear of police. You know how we have a fear, black people, we don't like to be in chains. We don't like to be handcuffed. We have a deep phobia about handcuffs. That's the same way white men have a deep phobia of the thought of a black man dropping D in his daughter, in his wife, in his grandmama, in his auntie, in his stepmama, in his nieces, in his in his teachers, in his therapists, dropping D in his grocery store and his nurses. They don't like that. So I picked up on that. I picked up on what the baby was doing, and I spoke on it. And they didn't want to let me monetize it. So listen, you know, my point of saying that is to say, when you come over here, man, just know that you getting the real. Just know that it's no sugar. I got something I got set up for it where I'm gonna slide some videos into my other channel, big GMB clips, big BIG GMB clips, all capital letters. Y'all make sure I'm gonna put the link. I put the link in there real fast. And y'all make sure y'all go log into that channel, because that's where I'm gonna put the videos. Cause really, and then we gonna go OnlyFans. You know, because YouTube, the algorithm is too, you know, the algorithm is so sensitive, especially when you exposing. So yeah, man, you know, salute to everybody that's locked in. That video's still up. I didn't take it down yet. I'm gonna take that video down off Grown Man Business TV channel, and it's already up on my big GMB Clips channel. Big GMB Clips. That, you know, because I'm gonna have to take it down because they wouldn't let me monetize it. They said, nah, Grown Man Business, nah, you slick, my boy. But this one we can't let you monetize. We're not gonna let this one be monetized, my boy. Yeah. But it's the truth. And the truth will be the truth if you like it or not. The truth gonna remain the truth if you monetize the video or not. The baby showed that image to spit in the higher ups and the elites' faces. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, my G. You know, I'm not gonna stay. Like I said, man, hey, 60 minutes of power. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. You know, I like to do a roll call most of the time. Like I said, man, salute to all the new members. Salute to all the new investors. Salute to everybody that's tapped in. You know what I'm saying? I'm figuring this thing out, and I'm definitely gonna be getting a few moderators. You know, tap in. I gotta check the memberships. I think one of them joints ain't number like $4.99. It's like the first membership. I just set it up, being as though I set up my channel and change things and play with new features. You know, so salute to everybody that's in the membership thing. I gotta check that and see what that is and how does that work. You understand what I'm saying? And just know, man, we growing organically. We growing organically. You seen the pool. Listen. I remember telling y'all I was about to get a pool. I remember telling y'all I was thinking about getting a pool. And now it's a pool in the backyard. Whatever we speak, manifest. Whatever we speak, manifest. Big GMB Clips, salute. Yeah. I'm gonna throw the link into the comment section when I'm done with this. I'm gonna double back and I'm gonna throw the link in there. It's in my community section. The link is in the community section. Big GMB Clips. It's about 4 videos up there. I want everybody to go subscribe. We want to take that one to the top. But that channel's not monetized. So that channel's going to get everything that I can't put over here. It's going to go over there. Because the word has to get out. The truth has to be spoken regardless. The truth has to be spoken regardless. You know, like I said, man, whatever we speak, we manifest. The tongue is powerful. The tongue is sharper than a sword. Words are spells. So the more you say it, the more you chant that word, whatever those words is, it will manifest into reality. It will manifest into reality. I didn't have to come to YouTube and go up to have these things. I have them already, and you could do the same thing. Yeah, you could do the same thing. Words and spells. Morning affirmation. We gonna speak these things into existence. We gonna go get these things. I'm just like y'all. I'm running money plays every day. I'm figuring out ways to get to the top every day. I got a big play being ran. I got some, yeah, them 18, yeah, I'm gonna make the announcement soon. But I'm just, ain't no difference. We all the same. I just got some game that you ain't got. And it don't matter if you ain't got it. I'm going to give you the game. All you got to do is come to the channel. All you got to do is subscribe. Yeah, all you got to do is come through. I'm going to give you the game. I'm going to show you how to do this. You got to stand on it. When you say it, stand on it. You want to raise at your job, say it, and then stand on it. Are you coming to work on time? Are you going above and beyond? Are you doing whatever it takes to get that money that yeah. You want to get more money, go back to school. Go get the license, go get the credentials. If you want it, say it, and then stand on it. Yeah. We gotta start protecting these intellectual properties. Duke the Jeweler had an intellectual property that was supposed to be protected. How you let a Duke the Jeweler get smoked on the back alley by his car, laying on the street? A Duke the Jeweler, somebody that made millions of dollars of jewelry that was around his own neck. How you let that happen and it not be a riot? Because it don't have to be a riot. We gonna press Boosie. Boosie, we need $1 million. And you think it's gonna stop at $1 million? You think it's going to stop at $1 million? Nah, they're going to get that $1 million. They're going to feel the way still, and they still going to pressure. They're going to pressure until Boosie says something. Boosie going to have to tell one of them it was the higher-ups and elites. Boosie going to have to tell one of them, bro, I'm telling you, I had nothing. Them people did it. They was after Duke the Jeweler. You got to understand, Boosie, they was after Duke the Jeweler. They was watching Duke the Jeweler before he went to Texas. They was watching Duke the Jeweler when he first started making millions of dollars in jewelry. It's just like DJ Drama having hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of mixtapes in his house. That's unaccounted for by the federal government. They watching you. And either they gonna smoke you or they gonna arrest you. Either they gonna smoke you, or either they gonna smoke you like Duke the Jeweler, or they gonna arrest you and say that the money that you making, yeah, hasn't been accounted for. Even us as a people, even like myself, I gotta do better. I don't know how I missed the Duke the Jeweler. I didn't know who he was, but I need to know who these guys are, so this could be spoken on while they alive. Hey, man, Duke the Jeweler, that's a black jeweler? What? Hey, listen, all my subscribers, y'all keep this in mind. We got to protect him. Keep an eye on Duke the Jeweler. Oh, he going to Houston. Okay, everybody keep an eye on who he going to Houston with. My subscribers, my investors would have had an eye. Yeah, he in there with Boosie. Okay, he gets smoked. We looking at Boosie too. Boosie, you got some explaining to do, my boy. I bet you a Jacob the Jeweler wouldn't have got smoked with Boosie. I bet you a Johnny Dang wouldn't have got smoked with Boosie. I bet you a New York Tracks, the little Indian dude, wouldn't have got smoked with Boosie. I bet you Icebox representatives wouldn't have got smoked with Boosie. Yeah, these Indians and Muslims and white guys and Slavics, they won't get smoked with Boosie. DJ Vlad won't get smoked with Boosie. DJ Adam 22, Adam 100, number 22, he won't get smoked with Boosie. But soon as you send a young black genius-minded jewelry maker to Lil Boosie, he get his head rocked off. They said they ain't even take the jewelry off his neck. How did Boosie know that? Boosie said that real fast. They didn't even take his jewelry. They just shot. Yeah. They ain't take his jewelry off his neck because it wasn't a robbery. He was lined up. He was ruffling feathers. Yeah. The crazy thing is he ain't see it coming. He was ruffling feathers. He was stepping on toes, and he wasn't even war-minded or war general enough to see the play being ran. I like war. I love it. Yeah, I love war. So I like the, when I first started this, I was like just playing around with it. I was just feeling my way around with it. I was just trying to see what I could do with it. Once I saw I had the attention, once I seen the attention was on me, now I start talking dangerous. Cause I like the war. I'm the one that's gonna smoke the one you send to me, and then I'm gonna get on live and I'm gonna tell everybody how it went down. All right, let's stem off real fast. It's 60 minutes. It's 60 minutes of pleasure, but we gonna stem off real fast. I want to go left. I saw a video of Soulja Boy recently. Soulja Boy was going off, man. He was really upset with Adam 22. And he was really upset with DJ Academics. And I wish I had the clip. I got the clip. I might just do a video, and a pre-record. But I'm going to talk about it right now just because I feel like talking. So he was really going off on these bloggers. And he was saying how, all they do is report on gangsters. Nobody reports on they gangster. But all they do is report on violence. All they do is report on gangsters. All they do is talk about all the things they'll never do. And it was just so refreshing to hear. Because that's all I've been saying about these dudes. That's all I've been saying. One thing I'm going to say about Soulja Boy, right? Some people broke into Soulja Boy's house. Soulja had enough in him to grab a gun and protect his homies and protect his house. And he shot a bunch of people that ran into his house. You gotta salute that kind of gangsterism. Adam 22, the same thing happened. Some people ran into Adam 22's house while he was on a live stream. His homie and his security was sitting there with a gun, and they did not smoke nobody. They actually, I think he got arrested, but nobody got hurt. That's the difference in the two. That's why your Adam 22 or DJ Vlad or DJ Academics cannot even combat what a Soulja Boy. We look at Soulja Boy as a joke. But really the things he be saying a lot of the times be real life. It be real life. I don't say these things to try to down anybody. I don't say these things to try to attack or to try to, belittle anybody. I just like to speak facts. Just because you a blogger and I blog don't mean we the same. Just because you do content and I create content don't mean we the same. These dudes are marshmallows. The majority of these bloggers are marshmallows, and they get a chance to have a personality on this app. You gotta separate the two. When you come over here, man, just know you rocking with one of the best, one of the realest on this thing. Yeah, man, we gonna expand. We gonna take it to different heights with this. We gonna have fun with this thing. Salute to everybody that's doing it. But Grown Man Business TV, we did this from the bottom. We started from nothing, just like everybody else. And we growing organically, just like everybody else. Duke the Jeweler, R.I.P. to that boy. R.I.P. to that young king. Somebody got to pay for that body. Somebody got to be held accountable for that body. Period. Period. Salute to everybody that's in the chat, man. Y'all already know how we give it up. I told y'all, man, I ain't even really supposed to be showing it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just happy that all the pool's in there. I ain't got it on right now, but I got the lights on in that joint. You feel me? I'm proud of that. Big investment to the house. Salute to it was somebody in the it was somebody in the comments that was like, yo, the song in the intro is fire. Salute. I highly appreciate that. The song in the intro that's called TTG Train to Go. That's one of the old songs I did, but it's fire. You know what I'm saying? It's fire. Yeah. Salute to them. Salute to that, man. We only going up. Grown man business, grown man bars, all of that. All of that. You know what I'm saying? I had to get that off though, because I mean I got a lot of DMs. I got a lot of people in the DM that was asking about Duke the Jeweler. I wish I could show y'all. I got a gang of DMs about people asking about Duke the Jeweler. And and when you look into these, when you look into like the content, you don't see nobody touching in on this. Everybody's saying Boosie this and that, and nobody's talking about the real reason he got smoked. Nobody's talking about the real reason. And a lot of the times, I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know if that's because these bloggers is scared to tap into the real, or if they just don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of people gonna just talk, but they know the truth. They know the truth. They know it's a they know it's an abomination in Cali right now. They know it's real. They know it's crazy. They know something need to be done about it. But if you speak on it, if you speak the real on it, they gonna get defensive. They gonna, same thing with the Duke situation. Like, why nobody pointing these things out? Boosie, how that happened? There's no way that was supposed to happen. Boosie ain't even that. Boosie's a smart war general. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. And that's the only way it's gonna be up here, my G. That's the only way I'm gonna do this content. I ain't coming up here playing, yeah. It ain't no, I don't wanna be a celebrity. I ain't trying to be at the BET Music Awards. I ain't trying to be at none of your celebrity parties. I ain't trying to get in a picture with you. You understand what I'm saying? We living like this. So I ain't impressed. So I ain't impressed with all the extras. If we in the same room, if we doing business in the same arena, that's cool. We could do that. So that's why I say I ain't trying to do all the extras. God did. Facts. You feel me? I ain't trying to do all the extras. If it come, then it come, and it'll get handled a certain way. The majority of these dudes, they angle and they whole angle is to try to be a celebrity. These dudes want to morph from YouTubers to celebrities. And a lot of them are going to be able to do it because I told y'all this is a portal to get to the next level. I don't need the next level. So I'm going to give it to you real. When I see it, it's like, bro, that's obvious. You think a Duke the Jeweler with millions of dollars worth of jewelry just got smoked like that? Now, whatever story they make up, whatever narrative they make up to satisfy y'all, that's going to come. Yeah, man, even some of the dudes that I was looking at that I was like, yo, I like that. I like it. I like his style. I like how he give it up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? In due time, I just realized they just trying to be celebrities. They just want to be famous. They just want some money. Those are the real key. Or they just want some women. Those the real key weapons that they use against you on the chessboard. That's the key weapons they use against the majority of men, the majority of whoever, athletes, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Money, drugs, women. You feel what I'm saying? Celebrity, fame, fortune. That's what they use. And I already knew, like, I didn't want to come on this thing trying to make a check. I didn't want to come on this thing trying to use the check that I make from the YouTube to pay bills or handle business. It don't matter. So when it don't matter, you can say what you want. When it don't matter, you're not really a slave. You're not really a slave to it. They can't control you. That's how you stay a rebel. I'm a rebel. I'm a radical. I'm the one in the cotton field with the slaves. I'm the one that's gonna have 4, 5, 6, 7 slaves standing beside me and around me. They all the size of LeBron James. And we all looking at you. And I'm the one that's in control. I'm the one you won't even know I'm the war general. I'm the shortest one in the bunch. But I'm the general, boss. I'm the big, yeah, like that though. Like that. You understand? That's what this is. I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So I could talk to you all a certain way. Now, I'm still a slave to the algorithm. I can't really give y'all all the game. I can't really do it how I want to do it, because the algorithm will play with my numbers. The algorithm will shadow ban my content. The algorithm is sensitive. That's why I'm gonna do a OnlyFans. Salute to everybody. But I'm coming with an OnlyFans soon. Grown Man Business TV OnlyFans, my G. It's not gonna be nothing crazy. It's not gonna be nothing expensive, but it's gonna be where you can come and get this game, and we ain't gotta worry about the algorithm. We ain't gotta worry about if what I'm saying is too deep. We ain't gotta worry about if it's gonna cut off, if they're gonna play with the numbers. That's coming. That's definitely gonna come. You feel me? And it is what it is, man. It'll be what it's gonna be. Salute to everybody. You know, they tap in, yo, Jimby, I can't give it to you no other way. No other way, my G. No other way. Yeah. We got some things lined up. Yeah, man. Because you gotta know, man, it's deeper than just celebrities with this thing. If you just, talking about celebrities all day is easy. But it lacks luster. Talking about celebrities all day lacks luster. When you dig into the real meat and potatoes of these situations, that's where the substance is at. Let me give you an example, right? Adam 22, his dad used to be, he used to do politics, and he used to run campaigns for Bill Clinton. Adam 22 dad went to jail for some criminal thing that he did, and Bill Clinton gave him a pardon. That's how deep his family is embedded in the politics. Imagine if Adam 22 did interviews about that. How much substance we'd be able to get. How deep that would go. How we would really be able to understand the position of an Adam 22. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the one that's going to say that. Who you know that's saying that? Who do you know that's saying that? Adam 22, no jumper, 100 no jumper, whatever. His dad used to run presidential campaigns for Bill Clinton. So if you knew that, right? If you knew that about Adam 22, and you knew more information about that, wouldn't you look at him like an industry plant? You'd be able to really understand why he's in hip hop and why he's so invested in our culture. But because nobody has any substance, you understand, we just get these wild, airhead interviews with random people like Crip Mac and these weird dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? But really, Adam 22 has a deep story that he fails and lacks to talk about because it has substance. DJ Academics is from Jamaica. He has a whole Jamaican culture, and he came to America for a new life, and he has a rich culture where he came from, but he chooses to talk about black culture, violence, whatever's going on that keeps the smoke screen up, right? He doesn't talk about the violence taking place in Jamaica. He doesn't talk about the famine that's taking place in Jamaica. He doesn't talk about the transfer of governments now that the Queen passed away in Jamaica. I mean, it's a lot of substance he could be talking about, but he doesn't talk about anything with substance. It is what it is, man. You gotta, it's not for everybody to have something like that. What I realize is it's a lane for the real. It's still a lane for the real. I've been saying that for a while now, and I still believe that, and I still go by that. That is still a lane for the real. So it ain't nothing wrong with getting a little bit of junk food. It ain't nothing wrong with every now and then getting some McDonald's, but you gonna need a real plate of home cooked food every now and then. You need real meat and potatoes. And it is what it is. That's what you come over here for. That's what y'all rock with me for. You already know what time it is. It's Grown Man Business TV. Grown Man Business TV at all times, my G. At all times, my at all times. Yeah, for sure. I'll look into it. I'll look into it in due time. It's a beautiful night, man. We got the, I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? Yes, got the pool on right now. You feel me? Got the pool lit up. We out here. We doing this. Yeah, man. Yeah. Salute to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody in the building, my G. You feel me? So, I'm looking through some things, man, and I'm gonna see. But yeah. Just as Duke the Jeweler, we had to really get that off. We had to really get that off, and I really had to give y'all that. So yeah, we had to appreciate it, my G. Yeah, Wisdom B. Hey, you too as well, Wisdom. I'm definitely gonna end up, making you a moderator, big dog. You, Baltimore, and maybe one more person. I had y'all moderate in the chat. We growing, man. We making it happen. I appreciate the love, the content. We not gonna stop. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, man. We gonna keep this thing going. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be a lane for grown man business. I'm not talking about for men and for women. Like women, they love the LBG 123 ABC community, and they do love hanging with them and chilling with them. But real women, they want grown man business. The youngsters, they want grown man business. Yeah, they yearn for it. So it's always gonna be a lane for this kind of talk. The real. It's always gonna be a lane for it. And I'm gonna definitely fill that lane. We only growing, my G. Yeah, we only yeah. The elemental P. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man. ABC 123, ABC, the ABC 123. Yeah, the LBG ABC 123. You feel me? Yeah. That's cool and all that. But this grown man business, what they want, my G. This what they want, man. And I said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. We gonna be linking up in Atlanta soon, man. As soon as I get the dates that I'm gonna be in Atlanta, whoever's there, make sure you pull up. We gonna have some drinks. We gonna chop game, and we gonna party. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a safe environment. It's gonna be security locked down. Ain't gonna, no games. And we gonna bust some bottles open, and we gonna celebrate. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have a good time. So that's coming real soon. So yeah, man, we're not gonna stay too much longer. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Salute to everybody that's locked in. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna definitely go live tomorrow as well. Beautiful Sunday. We gonna go live after all the games is over. We gonna go live and we gonna tap in. You feel what I'm saying? To get, investments. We invest in time. We invest in energy. Yeah, that's all we want is time and energy. Everything else, we gonna create that. We gonna manifest that. Yeah. We gonna start chopping game, man. Salute to, Be More, Wisdom. You know what I'm saying? We gonna start figuring out where you guys from, where y'all based at, what state y'all in, and we gonna start locking in for real. This grown man business thing is not a talk. It's real life. It's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna start locking in for real, and what you do and how you getting money, and this what I do, and this how I'm getting money, and let's start rubbing shoulders. Let's start making some things happen. We gonna get into all of that. You know what I'm saying? Charity starts in the home, so we building up these homes, and we building up our foundation and our infrastructure. But I want to rub shoulders with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody, it's certain people that been around. It's certain people that's locked in. I'm going to rub shoulders with y'all. We going to start sharing resources, and we going to start locking in for real. This grown man business TV is a real lifestyle. Yeah, the numbers is good. Yeah, we going to do numbers. Yeah, but, even when we hit 100,000 subscribers and I'm getting them big YouTube checks, I'm going to use those joints to link up with y'all Hey, we gonna be in DC. Hey, we gonna be here. We gonna make things happen. That's what this channel is about. It's not just talk. It's a lifestyle. When you got grown man business going on, you got men in a room, things happen. Money's made. You understand what I'm saying? Goals are conquered when you got men in the room. When you got real men saying, yo, that's a grown man, that's a king right there. Yo, that's a king right there. He in St. Louis. Yo, that's a king right there. He in Florida. Yo, that's a king right there. He in North Carolina. Yo, let me hit this king. Yo, we locked in. My man in Atlanta got a couple businesses. He got a couple clubs. He run a nightlife. My uncle in Atlanta. Anything I want in Atlanta is the red carpet rolled out for me. Okay, we got some people in Atlanta. Let's lock in. That's how we become strong, my G. Yeah. Yeah. We gonna lock in for sure. Don't trip. We gonna be lining these things up. But that's how you build. It don't just stay at the YouTube channel. It ain't just for the YouTube channel. We use the YouTube channel, build that platform, and then we step on that platform and lose that to get to the next level. Power. Power, my G. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, LBG 123, the LBG 123 ABC community. That's just what I like to call them. It sounds good when I say it. It feels good. The LBG 123 ABC community. Oh, it feels like the alphabets. It just feels good saying it like that. That's the only way I can say it for them. The ABC community, the 123 ABC LBG, that's, yeah. But that's not grown man business. See, you got so much of that rainbow coalition going on, that grown man business. When you hear it, it stands out. It stands out. So you already know what time it is, man. You already know what time it is. It's Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing. We not dressing nothing up. Little Boosie, the higher ups and elites, I had to give it to them straight raw. What they did to that young boy, was diabolical. Diabolical. It's so obvious now. It's so obvious now when I see these plays being ran. It's like watching football. It's like watching the audible being played. It's like watching an audible being called. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. You feel me? So it ain't nothing to talk about it. It ain't nothing but the thing is, so many people don't see the audible being called. When you call them, yo, they running the audible, it's too late by then. It's too late. You understand what I'm saying? You know, the imagery of that. That what it's gonna take the next Duke the jeweler, the next little black kid, that was gonna inspire him to be a jeweler. To take over the jewelry game, since we the ones buying up all the motherfucking jewelry. We the ones buying up all the jewelry. So when our youngsters want to take over the game, they smack them. The next one, we'll see them coming. The next young black jeweler, we'll see him coming and we'll protect him. Duke the jeweler didn't get smoked in vain. Even though they killed him, even though they assassinated him, the one thing they can't do is make it in vain. When you got real ones like me watching over the board, it wasn't in vain. The next jeweler will be sparked. His brain will be sparked by Duke the jeweler. And the next time he come around, when the next Nipsey Hussle comes around, when the next Young Dolphs comes around, we'll be ready. We'll be ready. We'll be ready. You put your hands on them. You put your hands on them. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, my G. So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in.